Perfect. Thank you, guys. So in this second lecture for today, we'll be talking about App Store optimization for Google Play. I will outline the main principles and rules. This lecture would be connected with the lecture we'll have tomorrow about App Store optimization on App Store, because some of the points are similar and some of the points are different. So I will try my best to show the difference of the Google Play App Store optimization from the App Store optimization for today. So again, I see that many people here joined us, who didn't participate in the first lecture. My name is Artem Tkachuk. Hello. I'm App Store Optimization at On the Apps, and I'm ASO expert at ASOdesk. I'm working mainly with sexy apps in more than 70 countries of the world. I've been doing ASO for 2 years already. I'm writing articles, helping to do researches at ASOdesk, and we are trying to invest a lot in the development of ASO frameworks and processes worldwide. So a plan for today about Google Play App Store optimization, I divided the content into 3 main parts: so textual metadata, graphical elements, and handling feedback. In textual metadata, we'll be talking about the main differences from the App Store. We'll talk a bit about assembling keywords or assembling semantic core for Android app, and I will share with you some ideas how to compose right description for your app. In the part about graphical elements, I will again show you the main differences between Google Play and App Store. I will share my experience about preparing and process of preparing the icon and the screenshots for an Android app. And in the last part, I will be talking about handling feedback or handling reviews management, how to organize the process, how to answer the reviews, and I will answer the question whether answers to reviews index on Google Play. So let's move on to the first part of this presentation. So text metadata, main features of Google Play. So we don't have on Google Play keywords fields. As you already know, on App Store, each app has a hidden keywords field, which is not visible to anybody on the web. On Google Play, there is no such field, so 100% of text metadata is public. So you can analyze all the keywords of your competitors, and your competitors see all the keywords you have to your Android app. Brands are not allowed as a keywords. The thing is that you would say the truth if you say that App Store doesn't allow keywords as well. However, there is a big difference of punishment for such actions. If you use keywords, branded keywords in App Store, in the keywords field, or even in the title or subtitle, and Apple reviewer will notice that you are using these keywords, the punishment you will receive, that is the only Apple reviewer will reject this update, and Apple reviewer will ask you to remove this keyword. On Google Play, the thing is that Google Play search algorithm analyzes the text metadata of all Android apps, and everything works in automatic regime. So if you use some branded keywords in your app metadata, Android app metadata, after some time, Google Play algorithm will find out that you are using these branded keywords, and your app will be removed from the Google Play you'll receive an email to remove branded keywords. So this process is takes sometimes 24 hours or even more. It depends on the rapidity of answers from the Google Play support team. So imagine your app being removed for some 24-30 hours for usage of the branded keywords. So normally on App Store, developers, ASO practitioners are using, I think that's normal practice, that ASO practitioners are using branded keywords in the keyword fields. And on Google Play, that doesn't work like this from the legal and from the practical point of view. Personalized search and something like this doesn't exist on App Store. We should be aware that each search result on Android device differs. Like there is no identical search results on Android devices all around the Google Play. The thing is that Google Play analyzes the apps we have been looking before, the apps we have installed on our Android device. Google Play is analyzing all our activity on Google Play. So when we are looking for something, Google Play constructs search results based on this history. So basically, each search result on Google Play is personalized. I just want to to make it clear that these search results, they are not like totally different. The difference normally is 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. So, for example, as you see on the screenshots on the right, so for example, one user might see Uber as the second app in the search results, and another user will see Uber as a 5th result in search results. So that's the difference. So search results, we should take into consideration that search results in Google Play, they are not the same everywhere. So when we have the search results in ASO tool, so always remember that it doesn't mean that all the users, for example, you have a keyword fitness, your app is number 3. Don't think that all the users have your app by the keyword fitness on the 3rd place. Some of them might have it on the 5th place, some on the 7th, and some maybe on the 2nd place. And that's this a 3rd point is connected with the 4th point, that there's a huge influence of exploring styles on ASO strategy in general on Google Play. The thing is that I think that majority of app developers are getting from maybe 20 until 50%, like the share of exploring styles on Google Play is from 20 to 50% across different categories, different apps. What does it mean? On Google Play, we have many windows where Google Play offers us different apps of a kind. For example, we might there is a window similar apps, or the apps which has been recently updated, or other windows. So the installs from these windows attributed to Explore installs. Nobody knows how Google picks the apps as a similar apps in these windows. However, generally we understand how does it work. So it is very important to not only to run for the position by given keywords in a different countries. The most important is to continuously work on Android app and describe this app the way that Google attributes our app to relevant apps for us, to our competitors. So when somebody is looking for our competitor, they see, for example, in similar apps, our app. So all the users who are looking for our competitor, they will somewhere in some window will see our app as well. So, and remember that from 20 to 50% of all organic traffic is coming from Explore installs. That's totally true. Many ASO practitioners confirm this fact, and I see in my practice that it depends, of course, on the country, but this share is a huge one. So we are on Google Play. We're running not only for positions by given keywords, we're running by being seen by Google as a similar app to our competitors and other relevant apps to our apps. So assembling keywords, guys. So the steps for assembling keywords for App Store, for iOS app and for Android app is the same, basically. So as you saw in the previous lecture, there is a huge help from ASO tools. So ASO tools suggests help us with automated search engines. So they are offering us a lot of keywords which are relevant for this app. We're using our personal logic, you remember from the previous lecture. So we're thinking which keywords might be relevant for this kind of app, and we are typing them, looking into the suggest to this keywords. Suggesting stores, yes. So after importing these keywords from ASO tool and our personal logic, we're starting looking into the suggest on stores, and suggest are very important, because we are looking into the hierarchy of the search suggests, and we are understanding how frequently people are using a given keywords on Google Play or App Store. So for example, I don't know, if we type food delivery, and we'll type the word food, then we'll see suggest, and I think the first suggest will be food delivery, then will be food delivery in New York, then the fourth will be food delivery in Berlin, or other suggest. So it will definitely say to us that this, for example, food delivery and food delivery in New York are super traffic keywords on Google Play. The next one point is analysis of competition description. So on Google Play, the good point is that full description is indexed. So all our competitors are putting the keywords in the full description, so we can analyze. And as you can see on the screenshot on the right, this is one of the ASO tools from the market. They are offering a free to use Google Chrome ad extension, so you can easily open in Google Chrome the app and see number of repetition of a given keywords in this text. So we can easily understand the keywords our competitor is targeting. Analysis of keywords in feedback. Yep, modern ASO tools help us to extract the most repetitive keywords in reviews to the app. People, when this writing reviews, they're using like the wording they are using regarding the app. So this analysis of keywords and feedback is available. Sometimes you might find here there nice ideas for keywords. Google Ads Planner, yeah, but that's doesn't mean that the keywords from Google Ads work in Google Play. However, some ideas from there might be interesting for us. And all the ASO practitioners have their own life hacks about looking for keywords on the web. For example, maybe 1 year ago, I saw that one ASO manager shared that he likes to type a keyword in Google search, then click on images, and then on the top you see kind of a suggest from Google images search. So he was using this suggest, and sometimes really you might find there nice ideas of keywords to target for your app as well. So okay, so that's the main techniques, and we saw in practice them when in the last lecture how to assemble these keywords. So we're adding them, we're checking them for relevancy, and we'll be talking about checking them for relevancy and filtering the keywords, creating different tabs, like dividing our semantic chart and semantic core into the semantic cohorts and tabs. We'll be talking about this further tomorrow during the lecture about App Store optimization on App Store, and we'll be looking in ASOdesk console how to perform this. However, today I just wanted to outline this process and the main ideas. How do we find keywords for our app? So okay, we've got the keywords, we filtered on relevant keywords for us. Then we need to compose the name and the short description of our app. So remember one important point which concerns Google Play a lot. Users most often see only your icon and application name on Google Play. You remember the search results on Google Play and App Store. On Google Play, you see only the icon and app title. In the Explore windows, which I mentioned, we see only icon and title. On App Store, we always see icon and screenshots. There are only a few cases when on App Store we see only icon and app title, but in Google Play this is absolute majority of the cases when user analyzes, when we can prompt a user to tap on our app just with our icon and app title. So what's important here is to deliver the understanding what your app is about and use their the right keywords. I want to talk a bit about the example you see on the right. I like this example a lot. So there is a taxi service, very popular taxi service in Qatar. The name is Carva. So you see here they have a app title Carva Taxi, and then so it's clear, yes, that they are using brand name like the first keyword in their title, then taxi. Of course, this would be probably the most traffic keyword in Qatar for looking taxi, and then the third word is Qatar. The thing is that, as you might know already, on Google Play we have only like one Arabic language. So when we create metadata for Arabic speaking countries, we can't divide this, like we can't create a special App Store listing for Arabic in Qatar, for Arabic in, for example, Bahrain, for Arabic in Saudi Arabia. We can only create one version of Arabic app metadata. So the thing is that most probably this app, not most probably, this is how it works. I perfectly know the situation. So in similar apps, people from different Arabic-speaking countries see many taxi apps, but they are not from this country. That I'm sure that they used this country name Qatar as a third one to underline the fact that when people from other countries will see this app in similar apps, they will understand that this is a taxi from Qatar. This is not relevant for me if I'm looking for the app in taxi app in Saudi Arabia. Why? Because lower retention rate on Google Play affects app visibility on store. So this ASO practitioner who is working with this app, he or she, they put it this country name to omit such a situation that people download the app and then they see that, oh, this app is not working in Saudi Arabia, this is Qatar taxi, so they delete it. It's very bad for app listing and app relevancy on Google Play. So Carva Taxi, Qatars, and then see how smoothly this ASO practitioner is using one more time the word taxi in the title. So official taxi service. That's like Qatar's official taxi service. It sembles like one big disclaimer about this app. However, the thing is that they are simply using the word taxi 2 times in this title. So that's a good example how to create a title which is perfect from the point of from the ASO point of view, and this title is perfect from the general point of view. That's like this title clearly states this is a Carva taxi from Qatar, and that's an official taxi service. Everything is clear. So when preparing the title for your Android app, try to level this this balance to use as many keywords as possible, but to describe the app the best possible to your user. If you don't have enough place, if you don't have enough characters to use some words in your title, but this is crucial for you, you might use, for example, emojis instead of the word Qatar. If you use emoji of flag of Qatar, it will be read by Google as the word Qatar, because Google Play is understanding the name of emoji, and there are many other life hacks like this. Use the most essential keywords for your title and short description, and remember that the short description should contain vital information about the app. So again, whether this is a title or this is a short description, use the most important keywords, and but save this balance between understanding app sense and looking well for Google Play search engine, because as I've said already, bad retention rate will affect app visibility on Google Play strongly. Okay, about composing the description, do not overload it with keywords. Like, don't think that if you put, for example, you have 3-5 important keywords, and if you use them 30 times, your app will rank higher for this keyword. It is important to use a needed number of times and in a needed places, parts of the full description. So many ASO practitioners, especially beginners, are asking how many times should we use keywords? Like, what is important, density or number of repetitions? I would say that you might use both attitudes, density or number of repetitions. In my also experience, I'm using number of repetitions. So mainly I'm striving to use 3-5 times a needed keyword in my full description. Another important thing about full description on Google Play is where to use keywords, the start and finish theory. This is definitely working. We'll be talking on Friday about Google Natural Language tool from Google, which helps us to understand how does Google attribute our full description to which category. So that's definitely work, and we'll be talking about this. I will show you an examples. So the keywords which are used at the beginning and at the very end of the full description have more heavier weight for Google Play. For example, we'll be talking about this on Friday, but if you just like an example, if you have, for example, in the beginning of this, you have an app about taxi, let's say, and the Google should attribute it to taxi category. So if you don't use at the beginning of the if you use, for example, 5 times the word the keyword taxi in the full description, but don't use it at the beginning of the full description, you might get, for example, 0.7 category taxi by Google Natural Language. But if you put there, just update this full description and just add one word taxi at the beginning of the full description, you will get maybe 0.9 relevancy confidence for this full description from Google. So use the most important keywords at the beginning and the finish of your Android full description. The next one, description length. So many beginners are asking, how many characters should we use while describing our Android app? As long as I need, or the whole 4K characters? My answer is as long as you need. If you describe your app with like, you know, at the maximum characters allowed to describe Android app on Google Play is 4,000 characters. But if you used already all the keywords that describe all the features of your app using just 2,000 characters, don't artificially increase number of characters just to fit this 4K. Like when I am writing Android full descriptions, normally I'm using 1,500, 2,000 characters, no more. It's like, these are rare cases when I'm using 3,000 characters to describe our Android app. So the most important here is to describe your features and use needed keywords needed number of times. So yeah, follow this rule, and I think there will be no mistake doing this. Another important thing is about using bars, emojis, symbols. I like very much this example on the right. Look at this full description. It is perfectly divided into blocks of text with the headers. So as you might know, I think that only a few % of Android users are reading or not reading or opening full description. It depends around the apps, around categories, but anyway, if you describe the app in full description, divide your long text into the block of text, find titles for each block of text, use different emojis, and underline these titles. So if a user enters your full description, they don't need to, you know, to look through all the long 2,000 characters description, but they see in bold the main points. So for example, if somebody is looking for scanner app, and then they need, for them it is very important text recognition feature. So they open your Android full description, and they don't need to read full description. They just see this point, text recognition, and they can look deeper into this small block of text. This doesn't take a lot of time, but this is really converting, and this is really good practice for all ASO practitioners. Putting contact information in the end. It depends across the apps what are the kind of standards of writing full descriptions. For example, for taxi apps, it is totally common used to add contact information at the end of the full description. For other apps, this might be different standards. I think when you will analyze your competitors, you will find such a standards. For example, for some apps, it is super important to add some links to the mention of the app in well-known newspapers or magazines. Or for some apps, it is important, I don't know, to write about some awards of this app. It all depends. You will feel this when you will analyze full descriptions of your competitors. But it's good practice to follow this kind of a standard of full description, contact information, or other additional information. And at the end, we should be like, this is kind of a we'll be talking about this last point, testing our full description in Google Natural Language on Friday. This is, I think, for Google Play, this is one of the most important points to write a perfect full description, which would be seen by Google as relevant for a given category, for a given set of apps, to to fit the similar apps to appear there. So we'll be talking deep and details about this on Friday in the lecture. Make Android full description readable for not people but Google. So let's move to the next point. Preparing graphic assets for Google Play. As I have said already, there is a huge difference between search results on Google Play and App Store. So everything is different. Just look at the elements of the search results on Google Play and App Store. Do it always, and I just want to draw your attention. Always look at the process of preparation, the graphic assets for Android app and the iOS app differently. So never prepare the graphics like this would be nice for Google Play and please adopt it for App Store. It is super important to understand that graphic assets on Google Play are working in a different way than an App Store. For example, me, I am doing graphics for Google Play. I'm testing it on Google Play, assembling the A/B test results on Google Play, and then I am starting this procedure once again from scratch for App Store and preparing the graphics for iOS app, but I never combine these two processes together. So as I've said, icon and title are extremely important on Google Play, and in my humble opinion, the icon is the most important graphic element on Google Play. How do I work with the icon, with the choosing right icon on Google Play? I always consider, as I've said, I always consider it on a list of countless others. So as you see here, search results on the left. So there's a search results with a Explore window and search results like normal search results. And I always put my icon in the middle of other competitors' icons and analyzing this icon, combining it with other icons. I like to put my icon as well, as you see on the left top corner. I like to put our icon like in the mess of other competitors' icon, and to try find out what is the kind of a standard of icons for our category, for our market niche. What is and how can we be different? How can we differentiate from our competitors? As well, it is important to try the icon not only in the search results, but like in the normal search results and in the search results with Explore window. It's important to reproduce different appearance of icons on Google Play. When it comes to let me return to the icon topic. So normally, how do I work with an icon? I'm getting the app. I'm in Sketch. I'm doing kind of like this. I think these screenshots you see, they are not real. Like I just put app icons on the search results artificially, And then I'm just sitting like this and looking on the search results, maybe for 1 hour or 30 minutes. It depends when I'm getting the ideas. So I'm noting the similarity between these icons. I'm noting the differences between these icons. I'm outlining the weak points of our icon in comparison to our competitors, and I'm outlining the strong points of our icon. Then I might hypothesize some ideas, some models, how we can improve our icon. Then with all these ideas, all these notes, I'm going to our designer, and our designer, we're taking coffee, and I'm starting describing what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing, why as a ASO practitioner I'm not comfortable with this icon, or what are the elements which makes me uncomfortable here. And the designer always, like, I'm not saying to designer, let's do this icon, for example, in red. This is not the right attitude. I'm saying that this icon, in my humble opinion, is not well eye-catching in this search results, or this icon seems to me like poor, or this icon seems to me doesn't look like the icons from this category. So I'm sharing my thoughts, my feelings regarding the icon, and the designer always find an idea about the colors, because designers understand the psychology of the colors, they understand the psychology of details, of composition. So I'm sharing my experience as App Store optimization specialist, and designer is sharing his knowledge from his field of professional interest. So we are combining this experience both together, and then where designers starting preparing the drafts, and we're working on the drafts, fitting them in the search results, and then trying to find some ideas for A/B testing. So that's how I am working with finding the best converting icons. Screenshots are less important on Google Play. As I've said, we see screenshots much more rare on Google Play than on the App Store. About screenshots, I would say that it is more important on Google Play to think what to show first on the icon or on the screenshot. Why? Because the thing is that imagine that some user saw your app on Google Play in some similar app window. So this user if user tapped on your icon, it means that user felt something when saw your icon and your app title. So user already got a lot of information about your app, and the user wants to get more information about your app. So when user is hitting to your app page, we need to deliver some important message, some important information about features of our app. So when talking about the screenshots, I'm always thinking about delivering some message to the user, like to continue this conversion from icon through screenshots to install. So I'm thinking about the features which are important. I think about features which my competitors are promoting. I'm thinking about situation on the market now regarding this app. So first of all, I'm thinking about what to show, and this example of Grab app is super. Look, on App Store they have 3 vertical screenshots with 3 different messages. On Google Play they have 1 huge landscape screenshot with 1 very important message: your everyday everything app. Because Grab in Cambodia, they are providing taxi services, they are providing payments services, they are this is a super app, because you might order food deliver and so on. so on, so on. So on Google Play, they like deliver a very important message about graphics. That this is your everyday everything app. And look, on App Store, this is a totally different story. That's what I am talking about in this lecture, about this importance of dividing these processes of preparation graphics for Google Play and App Store. And only after you've got an idea about what the message you want to show to your users, think how horizontally or vertically. For example, in travel category, I'm more than sure that horizontal screenshots are converting better than vertical screenshots. But I'm sure that this depends on the category. This depends on the app, on the purpose of the app. So this is kind of a secondary question. The most important, as I've said, is to deliver the right message to a user. The last point is composition with icon. As I have said already, users on Google Play see icon alone much more frequently. So sometimes you might have problems with fitting perfectly your icon in a composition with your screenshots. So sometimes on Google Play you might sacrifice this composition to icon. Easily speaking, you should care about icon more than about screenshots, because people will see your icon much more frequently on Google Play than on App Store. Moving to the last part of our today's talk about App Store optimization on Google Play, how to handle feedback, or how to answer reviews, how to organize the job. The first important point is that keywords in the reviews to your apps are indexed, and the answers to these reviews are indexed as well. This doesn't mean that the keywords in the answers to the reviews are super important for Google Play. This is rather a secondary text metadata for Google Play search algorithm. However, still, all the ASO practitioners are using keywords, and this definitely works, especially in terms of similarity of our app to our competitors' app. So here you have 3 examples of 3 totally different companies, and look how do they use keywords in the answers to these reviews. So it doesn't mean that you should fill in each answer to a review with the keywords, like put in there 50 keywords which you are targeting. No, but when you are getting these reviews, and a person who is responsible for handling reviews in your company, in your app, you might simply share sometimes that, for example, I'm working this month with the keyword, let's say, food delivery. So please use this keyword food delivery in your answers. So this responsible person might use this keyword in the answers. So no artificial abuse of this rule, but this is a very good and very professional practice, using the keywords in the reviews. And another important thing is respond quickly. Remember that when you answer to the review, the user get a notification on the main screen of Android device. So imagine somebody is working with your app, they like or dislike it, they leave a review, and in some very short time, they're getting a notification on the main Android screen that you're writing that thank you for using the app, thank you for this review. This will this will definitely improve your retention rate. People will like this attitude for sure. And the second point is that other users who are looking for the app, and they are checking the reviews, they will see that all the reviews are nicely answered. There are like exhaustive answers to any review, and that's a good practice toward the retention rate and for conversion rate as well. Another important thing is about handling feedback is systematization of work, adding tags, inform on updates. Why is it important? So imagine you are starting working with an app and you are getting kind of 5 reviews daily. In months, you are getting 10 reviews. In 2 months, you are getting 20 reviews daily. So after some time, you are getting totally lost in this tsunami of reviews. So it is a very professional attitude to start systematize these jobs from the scratch. So you are starting to work with an app, start add text to each review, like good positive review about this feature, or about a review about this feature, and inform your users about updates. For example, a user wrote that oh, it's a pity that your app doesn't have this feature, so add a tag to this review, and reviews of a kind. In some time, if you get this feature, you might update your review to this user and inform that you've got this feature and you're happy to this. When you update answer to the review, user is not getting a notification to the main device, to the main screen on an Android device, but this user is getting a red dot, as you see in the left upper corner. So in some time, user might notice this red point and got the information about this. This always improve retention rate. This is like a normal and very how to say, this is a nice qualitative metric of working with reviews. And another very, very important, and this will be the last thing about the reviews in this lecture, are featured comments. So what does it mean, featured? The comments which users see on the top of other comments. So it's like it should be a totally normal practice that you open the ASO tool and check the comments which are on the top in different countries. And it is very important to control this featured comments and not allow negative reviews to appear on the top of other reviews, because all the users will open who will look for app of a kind you have. So they will open your app product page view. So they will open your page view and they will see on the top some negative reviews that your app is a garbage, no sense to use it. So it is important to control it, and if you see that some negative review is moving towards the top 3, top 5 reviews, so you can always mark that this review wasn't helpful. You might ask your friends to do this, like you might leave ask some friends to leave a very long review and like this review, like to stop the movement of negative review from the bottom to the top, and increase velocity of moving of another review from the bottom to the top and make this review on the top. And there are many more, like different techniques how to save a positive review on the top of your reviews, and that's very important part of the job. So this will be all for today about the doing App Store optimization on Google Play. I hope you liked the lecture. I hope you understand it's like became more clearly for you how to prepare metadata for Android app on Google Play. Again, for the people who just joined our ASO Academy, our ASO knowledge base, so everything necessary for professional training. In ASO, our ASO blog with all the materials. You might find a lot of good stuff there to improve your knowledge in ASO area. Our YouTube channel, where we post an updates about ASOdesk tool and updates from the world of ASO. Please join our ASOdesk community on Slack. So we'll be answering a question there. We'll be helping you should you have any questions or concerns about App Store optimization. And try ASOdesk. As I have said, please register for a free trial. Our team, they will give you an access for the full week. So you've got a kind of a home task for today. So please try finding a market niche for foreign apps in the United States, and try to understand share of traffic between branded and generic keywords. And that would be all for today about Google Play. So let's look into the questions which you posted during the lecture. Sergey Ryabov, can we use brand keywords if the brand doesn't consist from unique words? For example, Better Me, or is it prohibited also? I wouldn't recommend you to do this because Google Play is super strict about this. So I think this won't affect that much your position of your app by the keyword Better Me, but you might be banned and unlisted from Google Play. So I'm super cautious about using branded keywords on Google Play. Sim Puk, how do you test graphics for each app store? For Google Play, we test using the native Google Play tool for A/B testing, and for App Store, there are many tools on like a few tools which help us to test graphic assets for App Store, like Split Metrics, ASO Giraffe, and I think a few others. I think Split Metrics are the most well-known, but they're expensive as well. This ASO tool, this A/B testing tool helps us to measure changes of the conversion rate for different graphic assets. Okay, hopefully I'm back. Something happened. So, Sophie, as I've said, Split Metrics, ASO Giraffe, or some ASO practitioners are simply, updating the most important here, like they are just updating the graphic metadata and measure change of the conversion rate. This is like not accurate, but this works sometimes. You just analyze your conversion rate before updating these graphics and after, because Split Metrics is pretty expensive and it is not perfectly accurate as well. So you might try this change as well if you don't care that much about your conversion rate, because in case of A/B test fail, you might lose some share of users. Sergey Ryabov, what do you think? Is it a good idea to use as graphic assets some performing paid UA banners that already have good CPI in paid channels? Why not? Yes, that's good. But always think this is like this might be an idea, but I think you might use some some ideas of graphics, maybe some colors, maybe some elements, but to use like graphics exactly which worked well in other paid channels in App Store on Google Play or App Store, I won't recommend exactly, because users see graphics on App Store and Google Play totally different than in other sources. So this might be a good idea, but just look at it from the prism of App Store optimization for Google Play or App Store. Lucas Smolik, where can I find feature reviews in Play Console? Thanks. The first point is to use ASO tool, and the ASO tool, like modern ASO tools, they help you to find easily these featured reviews, or you can simply open this app on Android device from a given country. But remember that you cannot change countries on Google Play. You can change a country of Google Play account just once per year. So so in practice, only ASO tool will help you with this. Yeah, that's it. Harinda Danangalaj, excuse me if I said pronounced your name and surname wrongly. Isn't it negatively affect keyword duplication on app title? No, on Google Play it's okay. On Google Play it works. I think 2 times is the maximum, but it's okay. In title, in short description especially, it's okay. I have Jesus Pedalver Aznar. I have read that it's good to use the following schema for title: app title, short description. Are there any problems between this schema and the punctuation policy of Google Ads? Jesus, I'm not quite I'm not quite sure I understand your question well, because do you mean that you use app title and then use app title in the short description and add in their keywords? If this way, I have no idea. I've never heard about such an idea. For me, the most important is to use the most important keywords in the title and short description, and to repeat app title in the short description. For me, it makes no big sense. Because the keywords are the most important for us. So if you repeat the keyword in the title and the short description, I see no big sense. Vladimir, excuse me, Jesus, no use a symbol like aha. No, that's I haven't noticed such a dependency. I have never heard about such a dependency. Perhaps there is such a dependency, but I have no idea about such an dependency. So Jesus, this might work on in the full description. We'll be talking about this on Friday, about influence of different symbols on full description confidence for category in Google Natural Language, but I have never heard about the difference of symbols usage in the title and short description. Vladimir, in store listing conversion analysis, there are several search terms that are listed in acquisition part. In store listing conversion analysis, there are several search terms that are listed in acquisition part. Should we also take them into consideration once we try to add new keywords? Vladimir, not quite sure what you are asking. In store listing conversion analysis, there are several search terms that are listed in acquisition part. Should we also take them into consideration once we try to add new keywords? If you might rephrase this question, I would be thankful, because I'm not quite sure about this question was to answer. So, guys, do you have any more questions? I see that there is still a lot of people with us in this webinar. So, should you have any questions, I'm more than ready to answer them all about App Store optimization for an Android app. Okay, Vladimir, I'm using new beta console. So maybe this is a new feature, so I'm not sure that you are familiar with it. Yeah, I'm using a new beta console as well. Okay, Vladimir, now I'm of course, acquisition report on Google Play. This is super important. Acquisition report is one of the most analytic tool for ASO practitioner on Google Play. So definitely, if you see that some keyword is performing well, of course, move it to short description or title. Definitely target it. Anastasia, is it a good idea, in your opinion, to use trending keywords that rank high in the category and have a high search volume, but do not have much to do with the app? Yeah, we'll be talking about this, Anastasia, in the next lectures. There is a kind of iterations, like scope iterations, when we try to get as many as possible impressions, and we don't care that much about conversion rate. The thing is that sometimes, and I had a lot of such an experience in my career. Sometimes, for example, we are starting taxi business in some African country. There are no competitors at all. There are not so many apps at all. So we don't have that many apps to target at all. So we are starting targeting any app which are presented on the Google Play or App Store. So the most important here is that people from this area see our app at all. Like I don't know, maybe in some African country there is a popular app for listening the radio, reading newspaper, or hospital app, and we are starting taxi business there. So I am targeting this newspaper, like food delivery, hospital app, just to appear in the top results. So the people who are looking for this apps see our app and just open, oh, what this new taxi app in our country, that's interesting. That's the only idea about such an impressions. But remember one important thing: this rule works well for App Store, because on App Store conversion by keywords doesn't affect us a lot. But on Google Play, if conversion by given keywords is bad, is very low, and retention is decreasing, this might affect your app position in general. So be careful with such an attitude on Google Play, and I think it is an idea for App Store. Okay, guys. I think. Oh, Jorge Cerrato. How often do you recommend to update metadata graphic assets? Is it necessary to leave them on for a certain amount of time to index, or can they be changed as often as we need? Jorge, good question. Google Play, normally indexation takes up to 3 weeks. So normally on Google Play, you might not make more than one iteration per month, because this is much more longer process on Google Play. On App Store, we are able to do 2 iteration per month, and on App Store, changes in search results take maybe 24 hours after the update. In a few days, this results will fix, and they won't move that much. Yeah, so normally do not run for the iteration, like iterations for iterations. If you see a need in iterations, yes, do iterate on Google Play. if you see that your conversion rate is low, of course, work with graphics and improve your conversion rate. If you see that everything is good and you have no big ideas for your app, then don't iterate, because sometimes iteration on Google Play may play a bad game for your app. You might lose Explore installs, or you might disappear by some search results. So if you see a need, if you're sure about, if you have one, sure about some models to follow, so follow them. If you don't have, think twice about such models. Hopefully I answered your question. Lucas Smolik, from your experience, is there any significant increase in downloads if you use video in store? For example, explanatory video of your app. I might say the thing. So for games, video previews are must, because people, before downloading the games, they are trying to understand what is game about, what the features, what is the graphics, and so on. For some apps, video doesn't make any sense. For example, I'm sure that in travel category, in taxi apps, video previews are not performing well, and they are not converting that much users. My theory about this is that people got used to taxi apps. There is nothing special which they might find out in the taxi apps. Like, it's easy stuff. You open the app, order a taxi, and go. So for this market niche, I won't recommend taxi video previews. For some apps, yes, iterate, make A/B tests, and you will definitely understand whether for your app you need video preview or not. Anastasia, thank you for, okay. Jorge makes sense, thank you for help. Okay, guys, hopefully you liked the lecture. So see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be talking a lot about App Store, preparing metadata for App Store. We'll be talking about working with the keywords. We'll be talking about iteration, and yeah, we'll go deeper into the ASO world. Thank you very much for being with us, and have a good night for those from Europe, and have a good day for those from United States or Latin America countries. Bye.